See some of the nocturnal animals out and about. You may see a sea turtle. 9 times out of 10, he's going to be pretty mad at me because I disturbed his sleep, bringing my light all over. But you may see a sea turtle. You also may see the spiny lobster. We do not have the main lobster with the claws. Always looks like an oversized shrimp, kind of rusty red or burnt orange in color. Two long whip antennas on the top of his head. So if you see anything crawling along the ocean floor that looks like that, it is a spiny lobster. Now you also may see one of the three eels that we have here. We have the green eel, the spotted eel, and the honeycomb eel. Alright? You also may see an octopus. They are also nocturnal. So any one of those nocturnal animals you may see out and about tonight. Now the first thing that you're going to notice about the color of Bermuda's corals is that they're not as bright or as vibrant as you may have expected to see, or that you may have seen in other places in the world. Now the reason for that is because Bermuda is the most northern reef system in the entire world. We are closer to Canada than we are to the Caribbean. Nova Scotia is 720 miles to the north of us. Bahamas is 1,000 miles south of us. So we are considered a subtropical place, so which means we do get a winter time. Although it's not a winter like a lot of you guys experience, 10 below and 5 feet of snow, and you guys are walking through your front doors. Yeah, we don't get those temperatures here in Bermuda. But our winter temperatures, they go down into a burn chilly, low 60s. Hey, give me a break. It's pretty treacherous in my shorts in December. Now in the summertime, the temperature does reach up into the high 80s. So our water actually goes through a 20 to 30 degree temperature fluctuation. Now this is the reason we don't get those bright, vibrant colors. Those colors, they need at least about 80 to 85 degree temperature of water all year round to maintain and sustain those colors. That's why Bermuda has a more neutral-based color scheme. Now here we have two types of coral. We have hard and soft coral. An example of the hard coral, you're going to see a round object, mustard in color. It looks like it has lines and grooves just like a brain. Anybody want to take a lucky guess what we call that? Anybody want to take a lucky guess? Brain coral, that is correct. Now you're going to realize, if you haven't already, that in Bermuda, we keep our naming scheme really, really simple. Yeah, it's pretty much as simple as you're going to find it. So if you explain it, you pretty much name it. Starting with my name, Snail. But I'm the real Slim Shady. So won't you please stand up? Now we also have one that's a little smaller in size, a little brighter in yellow, kind of lumpy, and it looks like the head of a cauliflower. Any guesses? Cauliflower coral. You guys see where I'm going with this name scheme, right? But we can pretty much do this all night. Now we also have one that is a burnt orange in color. It grows in a branch-like form and it has little white tips on the end of it. Looks like a fire underwater. Any guesses? Fire coral, that is also correct. Now this next one, a little trickier. It's purple in color, lives in the sea, and looks like a fan. Anybody?
Oh shit, though.
I'm glad you guys have Barney, because I've had too many people this year shout out SpongeBob. I'm like, SpongeBob's yellow. I'm like, it's purple and it lives in the sea and looks like a fan. And they're like, SpongeBob. I'm like, you guys are really on vacation. Like, really on vacation. It's called the purple sea fan. It's purple, lives in the sea, looks like a fan. We keep it simple. You gotta look at everything through the eyes of a hangover, so that we can remember it. We name it, remember hungover, you're gonna remember when you're alive. Pretty much. Now we also have one that is, last but not least, the sea rods or the sea whip. Now that's those long fingers that look like they're trying to reach up, grab you. They're pretty cool. They go through a 12-hour feeding and sleeping cycle. So they feed for 12 hours, they sleep for 12, they feed for another 12, and then they sleep for another 12. That sound familiar? Kind of like some of you guys in your cruise ship right now? It's called vacation time, so give yourselves a little break, all right? Now when the sea rods are feeding, they're going to be very long, thick, brown, and fluffy, so they look like an oversized cattail. And when they're sleeping, they're also going to be very long, but they'll appear to be very thin, very smooth, and purple or grayish in color. Now most people think that coral is a plant. Well, you're half right. It's a plant cell and an animal cell that live in a symbiotic relationship, so they work like a team. The plant cell provides oxygen for the animal cell to survive. The animal cell in return provides carbon dioxide for that plant cell to survive. So like I said, they work like a little team. Now these corals, they do not have any physical defenses, meaning no arms, legs, teeth, anything like that is going to reach out, grab you or bite you. But they do have what we call natural defenses, so they will either cut, sting, or burn you. I'm not going to tell you which ones do which. simply because we don't want you touching the corals. And the reason we don't want you to touch them is because they're very, very sensitive. And to show you how sensitive they are, if you were to gently rest the palm of your hand on a brain coral, come back and say about 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to find the outline of your handprint embedded in that brain coral. That's just after 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if you came